Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Steffy realize that his attack on Hope is intended to destroy Ridge and Brooke? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester did not terminate Hope Logan for anything related to the business. Steffy was aware that Hope and John Finnegan were not involved. Steffy simply failed to notice Hope's influence over Carter Walton. Steffy put Hope in the way of Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester by using her own problems. This is how Steffy is trying to get her parents to come together. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. I hope Logan did not do anything wrong. The brave and the lovely. According to spoilers, Hope was unaware that Finn was present and was waiting for Carter to return to the room. Finn could have told Steffy straight out that Hope stumbled and fell on him. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Steffy realize that his attack on Hope is intended to destroy Ridge and Brooke? But, edgewise, Steffy wouldn't let Finn speak. After talking about this with Deacon Sharp, Finn might decide to come clean. Finn was smart enough to know who Hope was waiting for. After all, Steffy has been complaining about Carter's lack of support for her. Maybe Finn ought to speak with Carter and find out what's going on. Is Finn worried that if he stands up for Hope, his wife will lose it and run away again? Why does Finn fear his wife so much? Spoilers for B&B. Carter Walton wanted to be truthful. Carter wanted to be honest and make things right, but Hope wouldn't let him. Carter doesn't realize how pushy he is here, but he also knows that he cares for Hope. Will Carter quit his job at Forrester Creations and possibly launch his own business for Hope? Will Steffy be pushed out the door by the Logans? Steffy says she's being put in a poor position at Forrester Creations by others. This is not going to make Ridge very happy. Ridge has been attempting to bring the family together, and he knows in his heart that supporting Steffy in this situation is wrong. Ridge must acknowledge that Steffy's problems with Hope are personal and detrimental to the business. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. That Hope Logan is no longer there makes Steffy Forrester very happy. Despite being aware of the damage being done to Ridge and Brooke's relationship, Steffy seems indifferent. Steffy is pressuring Ridge to give in to her demands. Steffy thinks she is simply guiding her parents in the correct paths and that they would eventually reconcile. Will Ridge eventually discover Steffy's scheme and stop it? Is it too late for Ridge to take action? Ridge must put an end to this conflict if he genuinely wants to be with Brooke. Ridge will realize how mistaken Steffy is once he finds out that Hope and Carter are dating. Ridge will notice that Steffy is interfering and exploiting the business to further her personal agenda. Ridge needs to put a permanent stop to it. Will Ridge take the necessary action? Bill's reaction to Luna. Carter's retaliation starts. Steffy's blow-up is in the works. According to spoilers for the week of November 18th to 22nd on The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer might respond differently to Luna Nozawa's subsequent letter. Bill might hang on to letter number 2 and be slightly more impacted by Luna's remarks even if he burned the previous one. Bill may decide to see her or perhaps write back if Luna presses him too much. Bill might be open to meeting Luna in person, but that might offer her a chance to activate the waterworks and emphasize the momentary insanity angle. Because he considered Luna his daughter for so long, a part of Bill still harbors affection for her. Will Bill be more vulnerable to Luna's manipulation in the upcoming episodes as a result? Bill might display his frailty and give Luna a second chance at his heart. Naturally, Luna might make headway in this case over time and possibly persuade Bill to assist with a legal route to liberation. If Elektra Forrester discovers that Remy Price, her stalker, has located her, she could think about leaving Los Angeles. If Elektra agrees to finally provide him with updates on the situation, Will Spencer can plead with her not to depart and swear to always protect her. The good news is that Elektra will continue to appear on the show and will have the opportunity to develop a genuine romantic relationship with Will. The bad news is that Remy will put LA in danger and cause a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, Carter Walton and Hope Logan will present a new kind of threat. Hope will need to determine whether to fully commit to a new scheme because Carter's retaliation against Steffy and Ridge Forrester will undoubtedly involve some risks. Carter will be certain that they can respond significantly in any scenario. In the end, Hope might agree and create the conditions for them to become a very vindictive power couple. Right now, the only person aware of Carter and Hope's covert romance is Brooke Logan. Who will be the first to learn that Hope is a part of a hot new couple if that changes soon? Don't miss any furious revelations that are imminent, as our B&B predictions indicate that Steffy will blow up over Hope and Carter's connection in the not-too-distant future. Keep an eye out for strife and mayhem over the week of November 18th to 22nd, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. The compromising position of Brooke and Bill. Does Taylor misunderstand the close moment? According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan may eventually find herself in the same situation as her daughter. Fans of B&B are aware that Hope Logan, wearing lingerie, slipped and fell upon John Finnegan, but Steffy Forrester mistook it. After only one glance at that scandalous scenario, Steffy was prepared to permanently cut off Hope's connection. Hope was actually expelled from Forrester Creations by Steffy, and she has no plans to return. Ridge Forrester isn't buying Brooke's constant attempts to explain that it was a major mistake. Perhaps Brooke will find herself in a precarious situation of her own as the show continues emphasizing how similar Hope and Brooke are. Will Spencer recently talked candidly about Bill Spencer's infatuation with Katie Logan's sister to Electra Forrester. During that trying time in her life, Katie was crushed. Bill and Brooke may be about to relive their past because it has been discussed so much, or at least it may appear that way. It's possible that Taylor Hayes will perceive a close moment incorrectly in some circumstances. One day, for instance, Bill might visit Will or stop by Forrester Creations on Spencer Publications' business. Bill and Brooke might end up talking behind closed doors as a result. One could envision a ridiculous scenario in which Brooke embraces Bill and her jewelry gets tangled in his collar or something similar. From Taylor's point of view, it would appear as though Bill and Brooke are kissing in the doorway. However, when Taylor shows up, Brooke can drop something on her sweater and appear to be undressing for passion with Bill. Taylor might take pictures rather than face Brooke, in contrast to Steffy and the way she handled things with Hope. Taylor might be able to run directly to Ridge with proof that Brooke is still open to dating other men. In any event, our forecasts indicate that Taylor will cause Ridge and Brooke problems in the upcoming weeks. We'll keep you informed about any upcoming reunion news because it sounds like Brooke and Bill might start dating again for a new plot. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor and Brooke's feud could eventually deteriorate to brand new, awful heights, so keep an eye out. For all the wonderful B&B needs, make CDL your one-stop shop. Zend is fully aware of what is happening. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, you can bet that Zend Forrester is the one who has the ability to read Steffy Forrester's thoughts. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Zend is well aware of what is happening. In fact, after learning that his work was being phased out, Zend criticized Steffy in the final episode of the popular CBS soap opera for questioning where her commitment to their family was. All of this occurs immediately after Zend informs Steffy that being her lead designer has been an absolute honor. When Steffy encounters Hope, however, and learns that Zend already knows the truth about Hope for the future and how the line is being cut, everything changes. Steffy had no idea that her decision to terminate Hope would have repercussions for the entire organization. Additionally, many others are taking this very personally because they are members of the Forrester family, just like Zend. However, Steffy Forrester has a different perspective. The likelihood is that she is extremely jealous of Hope Logan, and as a result, she would stop at nothing to bring her down, even if it means ruining her career. Given that Steffy Forrester is extremely attractive and accomplished in her own right, you would assume that she would be at ease with herself, but that doesn't appear to be the case. She targets everyone who might make her feel a little threatened. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, what will happen to Steffy Forrester next? And in this instance, Steffy's incapacity to regulate her emotions forces Zend to suffer. Actually, including Zend and many other employees in that. It goes without saying that fans of The Bold and the Beautiful will just have to watch every single day to see what happens next. Keep an eye on this area. Remy's terrifying intentions, Electra frantic. Here are the spoilers for Wednesday, November 13th, 2024's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans will witness Electra Forrester worrying about the repercussions of being in the spotlight in tomorrow's episode. In relation to it, who is Remy Price? Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, might also be targeted, and is Elektra in danger? Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The Jewelry Line Campaign by Forrester Creations. The jewelry brand revamp is being led by Elektra and Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, according to B&B spoilers for Wednesday, November 13th. Elektra and Ivy are ecstatic about this chance. But Elektra became terrified when she discovered that her name and face will be widely shared on social media. Elektra attempted, but was unable, to encourage Ivy to take center stage. Elektra is being made the face of the jewelry collection by Forrester Creations. B&B spoilers, frantic Elektra Forrester. Because she is in the spotlight, Elektra is stressing out. Because her personal experiences are terrible, Elektra is unwilling to talk about them. On a few occasions, Elektra has said that life in Los Angeles is better than what she left behind. Sometimes Elektra comes over as utterly afraid rather than introverted. Elektra's dread is revealed in the weekly teaser segment. A young man with black hair is seated in front of a computer screen. Remy Price is the young man who is pursuing Elektra. Remy Price is who? According to Wednesday, November 13th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Elektra told Will that she had previously been asked to model. Will was informed by Elektra that she had only done it once and for a friend. I wonder whether this friend was Remy. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Remy's terrifying intentions and Elektra frantic. Elektra's ongoing anxiety over the photo session is hinted at. Her history coming back to bother her is the last thing Elektra needs. On Wednesday, November 13th, 2024, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful will be revealed. Fans may also witness what transpired after Brooke Logan confronted Taylor Hayes on Wednesday, November 13th. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, was advised by Rich Forrester, Torsten K., to cease attributing all the blame to Brooke. Steffy continues to believe that Rich and Taylor are a good fit in spite of this. How far will Steffy go, then, to ensure that occurs? What is the plot that you are most excited to watch on Wednesday, November 13th, 2024? What do you think will happen to Ivy, Remy, Will, and Elektra? What lies ahead for Steffy, Brooke, Taylor, Ridge, and the other characters? Steffy Forrester's jealousy of Ivy has reached new heights, creating tension that's difficult for anyone at Forrester Creations to ignore. Steffy has always been a dominant presence at the company, exuding confidence and power, but Ivy's recent success and growing influence are beginning to threaten her. Ivy, who initially came across as more reserved, has found her footing and is now thriving in both her professional role and her personal life. This surge in Ivy's popularity and creativity has triggered insecurities in Steffy that she never expected. Steffy's jealousy isn't just about Ivy's success at work, it's also personal. Ivy has a magnetic charm and an effortless elegance that has caught the attention of some of Steffy's closest allies and even her family. For Steffy, who has worked tirelessly to establish herself as the leading Forrester, Ivy's popularity feels like an encroachment on her territory. Ivy's confidence and poise highlight Steffy's recent struggles, creating a contrast that leaves Steffy feeling as if she's losing control over the image she's built so carefully. Their rivalry is complicated further by Ivy's apparent ease in balancing relationships and professional ambitions. While Steffy often finds herself at odds with others due to her direct approach, Ivy manages to maintain connections without causing the same level of friction. This difference in style has earned Ivy admiration from people Steffy once counted on for support, and Steffy's jealousy only intensifies as she watches Ivy gain more allies within the Forrester circle. To make matters worse, Ivy's recent successes have given her a level of influence at Forrester Creations that Steffy fears could threaten her own position. Ivy's designs are innovative and catching the attention of industry insiders, leaving Steffy wondering if her creative vision might be overshadowed. Despite Steffy's past accomplishments, she feels a deep-seated fear that Ivy's rising star will diminish her own legacy. As Steffy's jealousy simmers, she becomes increasingly critical of Ivy's work, finding small faults and questioning Ivy's decisions. But the more she tries to undermine Ivy, the more it becomes obvious to everyone around her that her actions are rooted in jealousy. Even her family members begin to notice the tension, with some urging her to find a way to coexist with Ivy instead of constantly challenging her. Ultimately, Steffy faces a choice: confront her insecurities and work alongside Ivy for the good of Forrester Creations, or allow her jealousy to drive a wedge between herself and those she cares about. If she chooses to let go of her resentment, Steffy could find a new sense of purpose and reclaim her confidence without the need to compete. But if she continues down this path, her jealousy could ultimately backfire, leaving her isolated and risking her position at Forrester Creations. Elektra never anticipated the overwhelming pressure and exposure that would come with celebrity status. When she first joined Forrester Creations, she was focused on her passion for design and her ambition to make a name for herself in the fashion industry. However, her natural talent, unique style, and undeniable charisma quickly captured the public's attention, launching her into an unplanned and unprepared celebrity spotlight. At first, Elektra enjoyed the excitement of media coverage and the glamour of exclusive parties, high-profile events, and public admiration. But the reality of fame soon began to wear on her. Paparazzi started following her every move, scrutinizing her outfits, her relationships, and even her personal life. The attention felt invasive, and what initially seemed like admiration quickly turned into a source of stress and anxiety. Elektra struggled to balance her professional responsibilities at Forrester Creations with the constant demands of being in the public eye. Her designs became less about her original vision and more about meeting public expectations, which frustrated her. She felt the weight of always needing to appear flawless and composed, afraid that one wrong move could damage her reputation and derail her career. Adding to her stress, Elektra's newfound fame attracted people with mixed intentions. She couldn't tell who genuinely wanted to support her and who was looking to use her for their own gain. Friends and colleagues began treating her differently, and she realized some were only interested in her for the connections and status she now represented. It left her feeling isolated and disconnected from her old life, wondering if anyone truly knew her anymore. As the pressures of celebrity mounted, Elektra's mental and emotional resilience were put to the test. She was forced to confront whether the fame and attention were worth sacrificing her authenticity and well-being. With so many eyes on her, she felt trapped in a role she never wanted, struggling to regain control over her life, her identity, and her passions. Ultimately, Elektra's journey through fame becomes a test of her strength and self-worth. She must decide whether to redefine her public image on her terms or risk losing herself in the expectations others have imposed on her. In doing so, she realizes that true success isn't about being a celebrity, it's about staying true to the person she was before fame took over. The tension between the Logans and Steffy Forrester reaches a breaking point when the Logan family calls Steffy's bluff on her latest power play at Forrester Creations. For years, the Forrester-Logan rivalry has simmered, with Steffy positioning herself as the heir to Eric Forrester's legacy and protector of the Forrester brand. However, her most recent attempts to sideline Hope and take control of key projects have sparked a backlash that even Steffy didn't anticipate. As Steffy pushes harder, asserting her vision for the company and her claim to the family legacy, the Logans band together, unwilling to let Steffy run the show unchecked. Brooke and Hope, never ones to shy away from a confrontation, finally decide to confront Steffy directly. In a heated showdown, Brooke accuses Steffy of letting her ambition overshadow what's best for the company and family, suggesting that Steffy's recent moves are driven more by ego than by genuine care for Forrester Creations. Hope, equally frustrated, points out that Steffy's attempts to dominate Forrester's projects are stifling creativity and alienating key talent, threatening the very brand she claims to protect. Feeling cornered, Steffy realizes the depth of resistance against her. She had counted on her authority as a Forrester to shield her from pushback, but the Logans' united front leaves her without allies in the room. Even Ridge, caught between his love for his daughter and his loyalty to Brooke, finds himself reluctant to defend Steffy's recent decisions, hinting that perhaps she's taken things too far. Ridge's hesitation stings Steffy, making her feel isolated within her own family and even questioning whether her place at Forrester Creations is still secure. The confrontation escalates as Brooke challenges Steffy, suggesting that if she truly believes she's irreplaceable, perhaps it's time to test that theory. The Logans imply that the company might be better off with a more collaborative approach, hinting that Steffy should reconsider her position if she can't support that. This suggestion catches Steffy off guard, as she has always seen herself as integral to Forrester Creations' success. After the confrontation, Steffy is left reeling. The idea of quitting the family business is almost unthinkable, yet the realization that her family doesn't fully support her has shaken her to the core. For Steffy, the thought of leaving isn't just about a job, it's about her identity, her purpose, and her legacy. But with mounting pressure from the Logans and even wavering loyalty within her own family, Steffy faces a pivotal decision. Should she leave Forrester Creations to preserve her self-respect and avoid further conflict, or should she double down, determined to prove that she's the rightful leader of the Forrester empire? If Steffy decides to quit, it would send shockwaves through the family, signaling a seismic shift in the power dynamics at Forrester Creations. Her absence could open the door for Hope to take on a more significant role, redefining the company's direction and possibly bringing the Logans and Forresters closer together. However, if Steffy stays, it could lead to an all-out power struggle, risking deeper divisions within the family. Either way, Steffy is left with a challenging choice: walk away from everything she's worked for, or fight against her own family to secure her place. Her decision will ultimately redefine her legacy and shape the future of Forrester Creations in ways no one could have anticipated.